What is up, everybody? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel. Today we have a really good one. We're going to be talking about Virtual DJ's update for 2026. It did come out in 2025, late December. If you've fired up your Virtual DJ, you noticed some changes, and we're going to talk about them today. So it's going to be a really good video. I got a lot of information, a lot of AI-driven features on Virtual DJ that we need to talk about. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I want to say thank you. We have such a great year planned for you right here on DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. So please hit the bell notifications, like, subscribe, share, and let's continue to grow the Martini Nation right here. Also, I want to put out a quick shout out to DJ Rachel Lynch for putting out a fantastic tutorial on the updates and featuring the lyrics, the AI-driven lyric censor update for Virtual DJ. It's a fantastic video, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. Great tutorial. Yeah, I love the content. It's pretty awesome. Also, DJ Rachel Lynch, please let's collaborate on something. Let's talk about something, DJ. Love to do that in the future. Please reach out. Always available. And thank you. All right, let's get into the video though, and talk about Virtual DJ's releases. Just want to say too, really quick, this isn't going to be like a super fact-driven tutorial. I am going to talk my opinions and thoughts, maybe get off a little off topic talking about things. So if you don't like that type of video, please move on to the next. But if you don't mind getting my ideas, getting into my head a little bit and talking about a little bit extra stuff, then stay right here because we're going to get into it. All right, so let's get into these details. Virtual DJ has released in December 2025, but we're in 2026 now, but they have introduced really cool AI-driven features with automatic lyric extraction displayed in the waveforms, which is just cool in itself, enhancing track navigation with creative mixing. So now they have an AI prompt folder that will help you be like an AI assistant to help you figure out next tracks, which has been around for a little bit. Offering track recommendations and explanations. So that's pretty cool. Additionally, they have boosted and revamped their FX engine with over 122 effects, including stuff from popular mixers, Pioneer, and Rain, all those types of things. So they've definitely boosted their FX to just cover a lot of things. They covered a lot of things anyways, and they always made like little updates that you could download to add them if you wanted to anyways, but now they're all in the FX that we'll look to in a little bit. And then they have a new plugin for visualizing lyrics for karaoke sessions as well. So you'll have the lyrics, which is a new add-on as well, because they did have that separately. So we'll see that. And then they have a censor, which is very, very cool for mobile DJs. We're going to get all into it, but basically it can help you censor songs that we couldn't. Looking for those clean edits. We might not have to do that as much. You still probably want to, but for mobile DJs, that was a huge thing for me, doing some church type events, especially school events that were Catholic type schools. That was very important. That was a lot of work that I had to do on the side, and now having this AI driven features that can censor music for me, boom, we're talking time is money, and saving a little time might help me do things a little bit better and faster. So very, very cool. All right. So those are some of the updates that I'm just reading out, but we're going to get into some of them here on this channel. So stay tuned. So first I'm going to show you how to get these new updates. I have not updated this computer, so we'll be able to see it. It's really easy, and like I said, I think that's one thing that I like about Virtual DJ. Like, updates are super simple. They pretty much do them on their own, and then you're ready to go, and it's not taking up super memory on your system as well. And I can't say that for other systems, but yeah, it's just really easy to use. So let's go ahead and fire up my Virtual DJ, and we'll see what it takes to get the update going. And of course, you will have to sign in to be able to get the update working. So we'll go ahead and get that done. We got signed in. Once you are signed in, you should get this update, and you notice that it says, "Welcome to Virtual DJ 2026, Lyric Assisted Waveforms, AI Prompt Folder, New Professional FX Engine," and more. So we want those updates on this computer. Purposely didn't update this for that reason. And we can go ahead and say yes, and it's going to go ahead and do. So we will allow it to do the update, it's going to do the update, and it was that fast. Like, it was seriously that fast. And that's why I kind of like Virtual DJ. It takes no time to update, and that's probably some serious AI updates that they had to do to get that in there, but it's all here now. And so let's go ahead and look at a couple things like the lyric sensors and some of the new FX as well. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the FX as first. Let's go ahead and change my view a little here. We're in the starter mode. We'll go to essentials here and see now we have the stems. Now you do have to have stems open for this to work. So you will have to have a computer that can handle stems. So you do have to have the current recommendations from Virtual DJ. So you want on Windows, of course, you want Windows 11 because they're not supporting Windows 10 anymore. So you probably want Windows 11 or Mac OS 10.14 plus systems. You do want 4 gigs of RAM available on your system or more. I would say more is probably better. I would go up to about 8, especially if you're using video. You might want to do a dedicated video card too if you're using video as well. So because it does put a lot of pressure on your laptop. And so those are some of the updates that you might want in case you want some of these features. So you definitely want a computer that can handle it because it does work through AI and it does work through your stems creator as well. So let's go ahead and go and just check this out. So I can play some of this, and I do know that some of these actually have explicit lyrics from YouTube actually here. It says clean, but he does say some stuff here. So now it's going to load the song. Now as soon as it loads the song and analyzes the song, and we can add these updates, it will, once it saves this information, it will save it every time. You don't have to do this every time. Now, this isn't my primary laptop. Like I said, this is kind of a backup that I use more for creating content. And so I don't use this for DJing. So I would have to go to my DJ laptop. And like we've talked about before, I only have a DJ laptop for DJing. I don't use it for anything else. Yeah, and so once I made those updates to the songs, scanned the songs with this new software, it would retain any of these things that I want to do for like I said, the lyric censoring. And I think the lyric censoring is probably the best feature. And then go into the FX here. You can see some of the FX more, but you can see here, these are just default FX, but you can see all the FX that we have in here. There's so many. Tons of and even video effects, but yeah, you have tons of effects going on here that we can talk about here. I'm not going to go into them all, but just know that you do have a lot, full list right here. I mean, yes, so you got all the good ones, so just know that. And next thing we want to talk about is one of the biggest thing, I think, in my opinion, is the lyric censoring. Now, a lot of people are going to talk about how do you get this done, how do you think. Now, mine didn't automatically get this done right away. I actually went into the features and got mine going. So if we go to search and we go to lyrics, sorry, my typing's terrible. Right here. So let's talk about this. So show lyrics. I have it yes. Get lyrics always. You can do no uploads, never, if you want to do that. But here are the censoring words. Now we can click on this here, and you can actually put like a list of all the words that you want censored. You can put it in here. There's another place that I can show you as well, but yeah, it will censor these words. So there's a couple that I can think of right now, but we're not going to do it here because, like I said, this is a new setup. Like I said, this is not my DJ laptop. I have a particular DJ laptop that I only use for DJing. This is more of my content creation laptop. So I don't have anything in here, but you will have to put the words that you want. Now you could chat GPT all the words that you want. There's probably a good 200 to 300 plus words that you could put in here. But yeah, this is where you can put all those words that you want censored. The F word, the A word, the S word, all that good stuff, okay? And so that's where you can put it in here. I'll show you another place that you can do it as well. And then you have the matching. So exact is going to find exactly what it's saying. Exactly. If you want the F word out, put the F word in. If you want You just got to be careful on variations. So there's more, you can be in mother effer or effing or those types of things. So you can put all those things in there in here. So you have to know that it might be a variation of there. And so if you want exact words, then you put it right there, like the F word for sure, the A word, the S word, those types of things. Contains is like if you have two words like mother effer. So you want to take that word out. It's going to contain the F word. It's going to do that. Usually it sometimes will have trouble with some of those too because it usually wants to, it's AI, so it's not perfect. So, but it usually wants to like pick the first word. It might take out other words that have containing like the P word. You might want to put pussycat. Well, it might take that word out. You might have to check that because it has the word at the beginning, the P word. So yes, you might have some issues with that. And then wildcard is considered, I think, more for slang words. There's a lot of Hispanic slang words in Spanish songs, so you might have to search some of those, and you can put them in the wildcards, and they'll kind of work for that. So contains, though, is probably, in my bet, the best idea, because if it contains that word at all, it's going to try to look for it, but like sometimes you might have some exceptions with that, so you definitely need to, it's going to be a little give and take. AI is not perfect, but you're going to be able to check into that as well. So I have both of these on for video and audio. I do videos, that'll be good. So this is kind of where you can find that in here. Now you do have to have your stems on as well, so let's go to stems, and you just want to make sure that you have it available to scan for stems. Okay, which I think we're good here. So let's go ahead. I have it on the pads here. So stems, when I have stems activated, it's going to search for them. So when you load them in, and I already loaded these in because I know they have some, not only are they copyright, so I can play these songs for you guys, but they have a few bad words in them, and we're going to go ahead and take those out, which is really cool. Another thing is that once you scan them, they're forever in your system. They get saved, and you can put them in a certain spot if you want, back in that other menu that I was showing you. Or you can do it right here as well. So this is the one that we have no turning back in here, and I can go to the lyric editor right here, and this has all the lyrics. It might take a second for it to pull this up, but it has everything in here. Okay, so what we need to do here is, you can read the lyrics. Now it's going to do it automatically, like I said, because it's if you put in that list earlier, which we go to censoring, say I want it to take out, I know this one has the S word in it, and I know I want it to take at let's go back to the lyrics. So I'm going to have it take out please as well. And like I said, you can just so you can it shows you how well it takes it out. Please. All right, so those are two words I want it to take out, and we're going to go ahead and close it. Put this one in. Let's do the lyric editor on this one. Censoring. I still have those words in there. Like I said, it's always going to keep those words. And like I said, I didn't want it to say please.
Yeah. Tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say.
You see how it's taking out please every time? That is pretty awesome. Like I said, that is really, really cool. And then if we don't want it to do that, what do? We just take that word out. Go back to censoring. I want it to say please again. Boom. I'm going to close that again. We're going to rewind it. And look at that, how quick that is. That is awesome, guys. That is so cool. The tech, what's going on?
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out.
That is so cool, guys. I don't know what you guys think about it. I think that is awesome. Hopefully I went through some of that pretty easily, and you kind of get the drift. And now, like I said, it will save. So if you go to your ideas here and your stems, prepared, you can see that I'm in this prepared list. All these are prepared, so you kind of know what songs are prepared or not. But every time you scan a song, and you have it scanned for stems as well, it's going to do this for you and save it. So these are all forever saved. Now, if you have Wi-Fi on, you have no problem. You have unlimited. It's going to, every time you scan a song, it's going to do the censoring for you. But if you had a gig that you know you might not be having Wi-Fi, you need to go in and stems prepare all these songs and your censoring will work. And so, like I said, so we showed you all those things on how to get to where you need your lyric editor. You can take out whatever words you want. It's going to censor them, cut them out, and you'll be able to use them. So very, very cool. And all the word lists that you want to put in, you can put it here too, as well as that other spot that I showed you. But I think it's easier here that you can put all those bad words in here that you don't want it to use, which is very, very, very cool. All right. So we went through that. We went through the FX. Another thing that I wanted to show you, this will work for Tidal as well, or any of your music software that it's going to, but it has to do the scan. It has to scan them, prepare them before it'll do that. All right, guys, two more things that I want to show you that is super cool with Virtual DJ 2026 updates here. And one is the AI prompt list. This is a new thing that you can ask it anything. So they used to have the Genie DJ kind of help you arrange next tracks and things like this, but you can literally ask this anything. And like I said, I just put in best song next after I had this one in. You put it in and it gives you ideas. So you'd be like, what's a good song to mix with this one? And you know, it said Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, Good as Hell, Lizzo, empowering anthem, moving, confident. You know, it gives you ideas. So this is really cool that it's within the software. You don't have to exit out, go to Chat GPT and search that. It's in the software that you can get ideas for your next song. Clean music. Let's see what it says. And like I said, it's AI. It's not perfect, but oh, look, it's giving you all these great songs that are clean songs that are still good. That's kind of cool. Like I said, if you couldn't think of a song, like, God, I need a quick, clean song come up next, and then you put one of these are great songs that I have in my library anyway. So very, very cool. I like that feature, just being in the software to help you out. If you get, sometimes you just, maybe you need that little, like, give me an idea. I just need a quick idea. I'm having a brain fart right now and I need a quick idea. And this could definitely just be fun to use. So I do like that feature. Now, another great feature that is this overlay that they have when you're using visualizers or you're using your video as well. And I do use this a lot with my software. Actually put my logo and, you know, kind of lets people like to look at this. And so I think this is a great thing when you're doing gigs. Is I have a TV on the other side. It's doing visualizers, but maybe they're going to want to look at the lyrics. And this is great for karaoke too, because this may be something you had to pay for now, but they're just allowing you to use it as a feature now. So it's really good. So we go over here. You can see right here, this is my visualizer that I'm using, or my shader, however they want to call it. But you now have an extra karaoke one right here. And look, boom, it automatically started popping up the words. And if we listen to the song here, and see, it took that word out, but luckily this is a clean version that I had. But we can, when I put that F word in, let's rewind that. This is going to be good. Let me rewind that. And I'm going to go back to my prepared right here. This is tell me what I can. I'm going to go to my lyric editor, censoring, and I'm going to put the F word in here. So blur that out. And then we're going to close that. And now let's see how it plays that again. Sounds about the same. This was a clean version anyways, but see, because it says clean, but it doesn't, because the word was already cut out, so it's not picking it up. Or I think it would have took it out better. I think the AI would have took that word out better than the clean edit does it. Because we heard that earlier when it takes out a word, like let's have it take out disease. Lyric editor. Censoring. I want it to take out disease. It has to be spelled perfectly, so, or it's not going to do it. There we go. All right, so we're going to close that. You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like it. So yeah, it takes it out better. Like this was a clean edit, but yet you can kind of hear you don't want to with me, but Disease, it took it out better with the AI than a clean version. So this is a great, this is mind blowing. This is making the edit better. So people say, well, I have clean versions, I don't need to worry about it. Well, if you want it to be a little bit better, you could actually take the real song, use this software, and it might actually make a better clean version, which is crazy in my opinion. This is crazy. It's blowing my mind, but very, very cool. You saw it here on DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. So awesome. All right, guys, I think that's all I wanted to show you. I just want to go through a couple review things here and talk about, in case I didn't look at my notes to make sure, and, you know, like I said, get a little off topic because that's what I love to do. But I've been DJing since probably 2010, learning the craft. Didn't start mobile DJing until about 2012 when I could actually scrounge some equipment together and, you know, software, messing with all the stuff, get songs. And Virtual DJ was my first pick, so I really love Virtual DJ. They've gone huge. They've gone over what you can do, and this is awesome. I really like Virtual DJ. Their AI is on point, and it's not going to be perfect. You will probably find some tweaks that you'll have to mess with, but it's very cool. So the features like the karaoke in any song, you can put it on the visualizer. Very cool. The lyric censoring, I think, works really well, as we've shown here today. The professional FX with tons of FX that you can use. We showed it there. I can go to, like I said, the FX, and it just has tons of FX that we saw earlier right here. Like I said, we can go to full view, but yeah, we can go through all the FX. So that is fantastic. Making clean music, you know, like a lot of people, but I just showed you that this was a clean version, but I think it takes out the word better on this version with the AI than actually having a clean version. I think that was a really cool point. And like I said, it does work on some streaming services, so you'll still be able to use the censoring as long as you have it turned on and those types of things, and it's going to work. And then with the lyrics on the waveform, that's very cool in itself, like I said, because you're going to be able to see what words are coming up. So if you do need to censor something, you can, which is really cool. You can do it on the fly, and some people might have their button set up to censor things. How to put this in as a button. So I'm in the Layout Pro up here. You can see that I'm in the Pro layout, and I have a few extra buttons here. So I have a listen button. I've seen people put in censor buttons as well, where you like it kind of like on some of the Pioneer controllers, you can hit the censor button and it goes backwards and will kind of play over a song. I don't have that. I have listen. I like to pre-listen to some of the beginning of my songs just to make sure I know what's going on. So that's one thing that I use a lot. So I kind of set that up here, which is really easy to do. But I put this explicit delete button on here. You can call it whatever you want. But if we go here, if you click on one of these buttons, and you'll kind of pop up this box, and then you just hit OK, we can go into here. Now, I will leave in the comments so you can like kind of copy and paste it maybe. But once you put setting, you put exactly the way, no spaces on the lyric censor video, and then 2 ands, setting, lyric censor audio. You put that in there exactly the way it is here, and then like I said, you can name it whatever you want. I have it explicit delete. That way I know. It will be a button always on there that you can just hit, and it'll take this feature on and off, which is very, very nice. I think that's a really cool feature. So, and you don't have to hit enter or anything. You just exit out. It will save, and you can see that here. So you know, on mine, when it's on, it's in blue. When it's off, it's there. So it's on right now. So if I play this, it's going to take out the word disease that I wanted it to take out. But if I take it off, the word disease came back. So I just wanted to kind of show that as a little point, but very, very easy, quick and easy to take that out. Very, very cool, guys. Once again, I love this feature in here, and you can make it quick, easy with an easy button made up like the extra ones that they provide you here. Really quick, guys, too, on the censor button, if you guys want to know about that, like I said, I could put that on here. Right click, mouse, and then like I said, that one is dump while underscore pressed, and then you can name it censor or whatever you want, but that will play the music backwards for a quick second and then go back forward. So once again, and then we put in the delete. So like I said, you see that one of the words that I picked was diseased. So if I hit that and it's on, it's going to take that out. See, it took it out. And then, like I said, the censor button just, yeah. So it'll just pass that word that you want it to delete, and then once you see the marker go past the word, you can let it go, and then your song will resume. So that censor works too, and that way you can hit it, and it'll work for you. And of course, listen is also easy. It'll listen in your headphones. That way you can preview a track really quick before you put it in. I use that a lot, so I thought I'd throw that in here. But once again, that one's super easy. Just go there, and it's in the menu here. On the very bottom, it says pre-listen, and then you just pick pre-listen here. Give you some other options if you want it, but and I just called it listen there. So all right, yeah, it's 2026 updates from Virtual DJ. I've always liked Virtual DJ. Like I said, I've been using it for a while, and it's just always worked for me. And I especially like once you have the full software that you can plug it into any controller and you're good to go. You're ready to go with that controller. You don't have to buy a license because you already have the full license for Virtual DJ. So very, very cool, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. Hopefully I can chop this video together and it works for you guys and you can see some of the cool things that you can do with this new update. And hopefully I went through the most important ones. If you guys have any extra questions, I'll do my best to help and get into it, like I said. So thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and share if this is helpful at all. And I can't wait to see you on my next video or tutorial. Catch you guys later.